Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sir Dinger, and welcome back to Castle Story. That's welcome back to the Castle Story tournament. I'm just gonna turn off display capture so that we can actually get the screen up. So the last two players who need to fight is can't remember their names, left me. It's Cole3050 and Zykino. I'm just going to quickly read this chat. For some reason, some of it is turned up and some of it hasn't. It still says Dante Freed versus T-Punko. I saw this and I've checked and it should have been changed by now. Maybe you just need to refresh. Radman5240 says, "Okay, boys, let's see how this goes. Hopefully well." PDG Gamer Z says, "Lol hi." Peak007, thank you for following. I just gained 3 followers in the space of 2 seconds. Holy shit. What? I need to check this. This has gotten interesting. 3 follows. I got I only got 1 follow. For some reason it's played 3 different follow sounds. So if they're there, Zwatatem, thank you for following. SD Seb, thank you for following. Them who followed like 5 hours ago. And Peak007 followed recently, so thank you very much for the follows. Alright, okay. I'm just gonna kick everyone when I find out when they're gonna be here. Because thing is, they should be here pretty soon. I mean, we've got it in conversation. They've already said it's time. It's time. There we go. So I've already let both Zykino and Cole know. I'm gonna see if Cole may be offline on Discord. And if he's offline on Discord, maybe he's online on stream. And if maybe he's online on Steam. And if he's online on Steam, then I can just invite him in. Speaking of which, I don't actually know his Steam name, which sucks. Right, let's have a quick look at the chat. Yeah, 3rd stream. Thankfully, the recent streams have been going really, really well. We've gotten through like 2 matches today. This will be our 3rd one, provided they actually respond. Hopefully this goes well. Hopefully we get a longer match than what we did with what's his name again? Than with Elborak. Elborak ends matches in like 2 seconds. Home. Right, okay, so Cole3050 says he's on his way home. Well, he says he's 10 minutes away from his PC, so I'm asking if he's on his way home. Because if he's on his way home, then he's on his way. And that's awesome. Also, Zykino, don't worry, I'm not letting Gamer Kid stay in. I'm going to kick him out close at the time. Lag, is there lag? Lamar late like a pro, yes. Well, to be fair, usually, like in the past, it has taken us up to an hour to get both the players in, despite the fact I was like, right, meet me here at this time, let's go. It's gotten to the time now, and then it arrived an hour later, and it's like, okay, thanks, bye. The video is lagging behind audio. If try and refresh it. If it refreshes, specifically the face cam, okay. Try giving it a refresh. If it doesn't work, then I don't know what's happened. Do the new mode. Yeah, trust me, I would love to buy a new PC, but I can't. I do not have a lot of money. Happens to you a lot, that sucks, man. So yeah, we're just going to wait for the next 10 minutes. Wait for Cole to basically get home. It'll probably take about 15 minutes. I have a pizza in the oven, so I got a dib for for a little in 10 minutes. Don't mention pizza to me, I'm so hungry. Like, once again, yesterday, I had a lovely meal of bacon, noodles, and chicken. And today I had a lovely meal of chicken noodles and chicken. And that is pretty much the variety in my diet right now. I do not have anywhere near the amount of money I need in order to have a varied diet. But oh well. Ding ding. Dum dum. I got a message from Cole. Okay, so he's on his way home. He just got off work. Meanwhile, today's topic is soup. I quite like tomato soup myself. What is everyone's favourite soup? Please let me know in the comments below. I don't think either of those people realised I said it's a tournament match. And I'm like, okay, it's a tournament match. Why are you rejoining? No, no, fuck off. Fuck off. I'm sorry, but bugger off. I told you it was a tournament match and let you know. And his response is, okay, but do a bigger map. No, we're not doing the bigger map. This is the map we're doing. You're not rejoining. Cheddar broccoli. I used to like chicken soup when I was younger, but I don't anymore. Do a smaller map. I would do a smaller map. The only problem is the map that was chosen by the first people. Like the way we did it is, there's been so far four. Why would you do this to me, Peaked? You're making me sad. But like, so for example, the way it's worked, just in case you were wondering, anyways, is basically they were given three maps to choose from. Calibri, I think the map selection was Calibri. I think it was Calibri. I think it was a Calibri, Kumarabi, and I'm gonna say Stepping Stones. I want to say that. I don't know for certain though. Anyways, those were the choices in map, and basically the two people who played the first match got to choose which map we played, and they chose Calibri. Chinese soup made of pork, chicken, and tomato soup is as letta soup. Yes. 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 But yeah, it's okay. Don't worry, Peaked. I forgive you. But yeah, so. Oh, I'm getting messages. I'm streaming, my lads. I didn't realise how many maps there were until now. Yeah. What is intended, at least for next year, because there are two people who are going to be hosting tournaments to my knowledge in the future. Me and Dante. Dante is planning on hosting a tournament after this one. And I myself, I plan on hosting another one next year. And the one I'm planning on hosting next year, I'm hoping that we can get a few, like, get quite a bit of, quite a few, But yeah, I'm planning on getting quite a few, people to make custom maps, and hopefully we can then just have a purely community map, tournament, and that'd be quite interesting. Also, this is less because I want you to, more because I think you'll all enjoy it a lot more. If all of you click in the chat settings right now, and then you go, and then after clicking on chat settings, you go to edit appearance. You can choose your name color. So you might have noticed that a lot of people's name colors in here is orange, despite the fact that in the actual chat window, there's like purples and pinks. The main reason for that is the software I'm using, which is Streamlabs, only picks up registered colors. Otherwise, it just randomly picks colors for everyone. So if you want a constant name color, just pick a color there. For example, you might see King of Xantrix. He has a permanent color that's the same color always. I heard from Shatterjohn that 1.1 will be coming out soon. Yeah, I've heard very good things. He's actually asked me. Actually, I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read exactly what he said to me, because he said So don't worry about people getting annoyed. They can mute the channel if they want to. Yeah. And I said, besides the spectator mode, what would help streamline events like this? And I said, in relation to additions to the game spectator mode, as well as a few more 1v1 or 4-player free-for-all maps would be nice. A few things we are going to work on is having a group of tournament advisors to help with organisation. For example, right now Dante is helping me. So the idea is we're going to get like a group of people all to work on the same thing. Shadowzone then said, spectator mode, more maps are the only things that stood in your way, and I mentioned a few other things. I said, other than a few bugs that have been noted by some players, some of those are the first that come to mind. Obviously there are a few aesthetic additions we would like added, but they aren't important. Also it would be nice to potentially be able to host multiple matches at once, have multiple commentators and the like, and it would be cool if we could get some official Sauropod employees to commentate and maybe host on Twitch and YouTube a few matches. Winky face. Why is my icon an eye on your stream while I use the portal turret? Right, okay, I'll explain in the stream. Basically, the thing with the way these lobbies are set up is it most likely will allocate you your image. However, for some reason, sometimes it likes to, rather than allocate you your actual profile picture, it will allocate you, it'll allocate everyone else a profile picture from your friends list. So if you aren't on the player's friends list, you will be assigned a random profile picture. So for example, the reason your icon is an eye right now is because I'm friends with Kuzin, and Kuzin's icon is an eye. So that's the main reason why that's happening. For example, if I had you as a friend, then the turret would probably appear if you left and rejoined. But for now, it's not important. It doesn't really matter. Like at one point, I hosted a match just to be like, oh, let's have a test out of this new public server, and I shit you not, Castle Story is a finished game. Cough cough. Yeah, it's getting there slowly. It's not quite there, but they released it anyways. But yeah, like I was saying, I hosted a match. Oh, kind of a privacy feature. Yeah, I guess. But like what I think it's just glitched, to be honest. But what happened to me? It's pizza time. What happened to me is I hosted a match, right? Yeah, don't mention pizza. That's a bad idea. I'm hungry. I'm a hungry man. I've even if you look in the donation box I've set up in the wish list is pizza fund, and it's literally just buy me pizzas. The thing. Well, no. What happens is starving, but it's not dinner time. No. But yeah. So I hosted a match and 3 people had my profile picture as well as me, and it was just like, what? Why is this happening? I don't understand it. It's confusing me. It's scary. Right. So, the interesting thing is in the winners bracket at least, I'm sorry, but my money can't be donated in your currency. You were going to donate me money? Thank you, PD's Gamers. And what do you mean your money can't be donated in my currency? What currency do you have? Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to be like, oh well, your currency can be donated to my money. Do it. I'm not going to do that. But I'm just curious. Convert from binary to reveal the secret text XD. That seems suspicious. That seems suspicious. But let's do it anyway. Right, this transforms to the quick brown fox jumps. No, doesn't matter. That was pizza. Your money is pesos. Are you Mexican? That's a point. I wonder whether that's a thing. You've just brought this to my attention. I'm not sure. I don't think Streamlabs allows in pesos. If you have PayPal, then you can do it that way, but pesos. That's interesting. Let's actually have a look. What country do you come from? Because that might change the type of currency. Because for example, I'm curious now. You've got me very, very curious. For example, Chile pesos or CLP, whereas China, like Colombia pesos or COP. Dominican, right? Okay. No, DOP. It's director of photography. Oh, that's interesting. It's a Caribbean island, yeah. Dominican Republic. Fair enough. I haven't actually had a look at my donation page. There we go, you might be home. Right, there we go. Public. And then we can have it sorted. Oh no! I was about to say, PD Gamer. I just realised. What you have to do when it says donate to streamer, donation amount, it's like as in you type in how much you want to donate in pounds, and then it automatically transfers. So for example, I'll have a look at the exchange rate. I'm curious, you've got me very curious. Right, so one Dominican peso is just over 1.5 pence here. Cole has arrived. He's just looking for the servers. Click on the gear under the text box. Yeah. If you change your name color, it's awesome because if you change it, then it gives you a permanent color on the chat rather than just saying it was awkwardly assigning you one. Yes, hang on, allow me to load up world currencies. Would anyone like to know exchange rates? So to kind of give you an idea, 10 British pounds in Dominican peso is 635.36 Dominican peso. Let's have a look at other currencies. Afghani. I don't even... Okay, that was just confusing. Belize dollar is 0.38 pence. Red is your base color. Okay. What about time zones? Dude, this is becoming like smart and stuff. I really should add like a darker layer behind this. We're gonna learn today. Oh shit. Okay. 1 plus 1 equals 2. No, it's 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 1, that's 2 quick maths. Just as I say it. Just as I say it. Boop! It pops up on stream. It's like you guys know me. It's exceptional. Right. Let's have a look. Cole, what's your response? He's playing Castle Story, so he's in there. He's in it. Let me get myself a Coca-Cola can. I bought an entire crate. 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 1, that's quick math. That's quick maths. But yeah, so the only reason I have Coca-Cola is because while my friend Finn was up here, absolute lad by the way, awesome dude, bought me like a 20 quid pizza, and it was like you could tell I'd been starving because I finished the entire thing myself. Xerox. I'm just gonna type in Cole. Find you if it is. Find out if it is the same Cole. Oh, okay, he left. Hey, perfect. Ready up so no one else can join. Picketh your colours. It won't work, it says there's an error. I don't know. I mean, thank you for the sentiment anyways, man. As much as obviously it sucks that you can't, it is very appreciated the fact that you wanted to. So thank you very much. The Chosen has arrived. Yes. Okay, so I'll quickly explain. I was about to say, I was going to ask how much you were going to donate, but I think I'd rather be surprised. Jesus, man, that's fucking cold. I'm sorry, but... Jesus, where do you live? Like, I need to know, man. How can it be so... Like, how can it be minus 30? Fair enough. Right, so... Think I do a Let's Play of cool math games. I'll tell you what. Just for the sake of memes, at the end of this match, don't do it. It's hell. If I get like, I don't know, if someone donates like any amount of money, like let's go for if I make £10 in donations, I will play cool math games at the end of this. I will then message to let them go back. I just realised I need to press enter. Either you played Battlefield Gothic? No, I have not played Battlefield Gothic. Worst part is I just realised if someone does actually donate money for me to play cool math games right now, I'm probably going to forget by the end of the stream. Unless of course they stay there and remind me every 5 minutes. At which point I'll be like, fine. Okay, I just need confirmation. What's this be the one match where... Right, okay. Start. I didn't see what he messaged, but... Oh well. What's this be the one match where, for some dumb reason, them two are next to each other and I'm miles away? I can almost feel it. What's your opinion on ice? Depends what it's in. If it's in juice, ice is awesome. Yeah, because there's 2 spawns on either end of the map. So you two could be right next to each other and I could be at the other end of the map. That's what I'm meaning. Anyways, so it depends what it's in. If it's in juice, if there's an ice cube in juice, that's fine. If there's an ice cube, close the stream by the way. Okay, cool. If there's ice cubes in Coca-Cola, it depends how much. Because if it's just enough to water down the Coca-Cola enough, yeah, it does kill the taste, which sucks a bit. However, it depends. If I had a Zimbabwean friend who taught me something quite interesting. If you can make a Coca-Cola beverage. Oh no. Why have you done this? Yeah, just put the Coke in the fridge. No, but I actually had a Zimbabwean friend. Obviously, it's hot as all hell in Zimbabwe. Like, it's incredibly hot. And he told me that apparently in Zimbabwe they have this drink they have with Coca-Cola, whereby basically they pour, let's say, 300 ml of Coca-Cola into a glass, and then they'll pour 200 ml of water into it. It takes away a lot of the fizz and waters it down a bit, but at the same time, apparently it's incredibly refreshing. Like, it's more refreshing than normal water. I tried it once on a hot summer's day, and I gotta tell you, he's not lying. It's very, very refreshing. I fucking knew it'd be the one time. Load the lobby. I knew it. I knew I'd be on the other end of the frigging thing. But yeah, they're right next to each other. Well, what do you know? Wait, what? I feel like confusion has just flooded through the chat. Right, hopefully they join back quickly. Cole3050 is back. We need official tournament maps for this game. That's what I'm thinking. Right, okay. You've just brought up a very good point. D-Dust of Counter-Strike, yes. Yes, of course. Have you tried Coca-Cola Life? No, I have not. Or Cherry Coke. Cherry Coke I've tried a little bit of. It's alright. Right, anyways. So, to answer your question, I can't see your name because it's purple and it blends in. I really need to darken the colour of the background. Perry, no, sorry. Totally would have gotten destroyed, lol. Let's have a quick look. So, to the Chinese chili. Basically, that's the intent with the next tournament. What's going to happen in the next tournament, ideally, is we are going to have custom-made, like fan-made maps. So, for example, fans can then make a map. We'll look at all the submissions for maps we want. We're going to ideally pick about, I think it's 5 full-player free-for-all maps and 5 1v1 maps. And that's the intent, at least. And we're going to have a look and just go, right, let's have a look which of these maps are good. Ooh, that map's really good, that map's kind of crap. And then we'll pick the best 5 maps that have been sent to us. And then we'll put them in a wheel, so that way every single match we can just spin the wheel and go, oh, right, it's going to be this map for the 4-player free-for-all and things like that. That's the intent, at least. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da-ba-da-bum bum bum. Ba-da-ba-dum bum bum bum. You have 3. What is Coca-Cola Life like? I just remember it being green. That's literally it. That's all I can remember. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the idea. I was also going to explain that as well. Is because there's a guy, I can't remember his name. I think it's Creeperbox. He started hosting the community challenges, and if you're not aware of what the community challenges are basically like, build this, and you're given like a task, and everyone builds the same thing, and the best structure in relation to that thing wins. What if it's the same result over and over? Well, we can just switch the teams, and that should shuffle it up a bit. Because I've been doing this for the past... I've done this 3 matches in a row, and it's been fine. It's just the last one that's fucked up. But yeah, so the idea is no, that's the thing. There will have to be a crystal in the middle unless we get informed that there is a spectator mode coming. If there's a spectator mode coming, then that means we can have like even amounts, not have to put a home crystal in the middle, and then I can just enter spectator mode the second I get in. It's like the gas is different and the taste is different. So basically it's different. There we go, perfect. One each to adjacent crystal. Right, run my minions, run. Go have a look. Might as well send them over, why not? I just need someone to capture my crystal so I can actually have a look. Yep, one's on the way. They're most likely gonna die. H to keep them in place. Right, and they're gonna die right there. Right there on the hill. Just tell them to go here, why not? Dramatically rolls down the hill in Spanish. Right, let's make sure that they're... Yep, it seems like he did the same thing. Awesome. They can return. Also, for some reason, sometimes the question mark appears. It usually just goes after a while. But there we go. And what if there could... Right, okay, let me have a quick look. So a lot of things... But it is Castle Story. It will take a while before that happens. Yeah. To be fair, that's the good thing, is since I'm a content creator and I've done a lot of talking with Chateaujean, like I can suggest things that the game could do with that, you know, it could be fun. Obviously, spectator mode is not at the top of their priorities because right now improving the game is. They're not interested too much in making sure, right, let's make a bunch of interesting stuff for community members to do, because obviously that's not at the top of their priorities. But that's understandable. Let's have a look. So what? That's cool. And what if there could be an unlimited amount of spectators in a spectator chat? I think the one problem with that would be is if there's an unlimited amount of players, then that's like 100 players the game might need to connect to at any given time, and that would be insanely difficult to manage. And the chat would be too quick. Whereas on Twitch, for example, you could have one person spectating and then like streaming the entire thing, which is what I'm going for. I think having a maximum of 4 spectators would be good. In Spanish is dramaticamente calendo. Okay, dramatic calendar. Okay, why have that many spectators? Yeah, you get what I mean though. It's like, for example, you might only have 1 or 2 spectators. But at the same time, actually that could be interesting. I wish there was like a spectate mode. However, instead of it being a regular spectate mode, I wish it was like sort of... I'm trying to think of a way to describe it now. Right, I remember how to get that off. There we go. The way I'd like it to happen is for you just to be able to, for example, there could be a match taking place on the public server, like and you could enter like a spectate mode window where you can click on match and then be a spectator. And like it'll mention in chat, oh, this person's joined the spectator. Right, so let's actually commentate on this match. So Zykino is already off to a pretty alright start. They've gotten their weapon racks set up. They have yet to actually set up anything to make weapons, but baby steps. I'm just trying to find, there we go, fighting playing. That'll do the job. Just need to find the right songs. And then I can cover it. Let's do Terminal Velocity Act 1 because I quite like this song. Yeah, like yeah, exactly. So like if you aren't like if it's a private match but you aren't bothered about having spectators, then you can do that all you want. Whereas like if you don't want spectators and you don't want a public lobby, then you can do that. All right, my friend Finn. Right, so yeah, that's how Zykino's going. Let's have a look at how Cole is handling things. Cole seems to be off to a much better start. He's already got a furnace, but he has yet to build like weapon racks and an actual place to build things. However, he does have 2 furnaces now, and he's making full effort in terms of the resources he's got. He's got a lot of stockpiles. Basically, he's just prepared for the long game, whereas Zykino's sort of he's making his way there. Oh, what's that? What's that? There's a furnace. Just one furnace being made. Wonder whether anyone's going for the really compact design where it's like a 4x6 grid that has everything you need. Oh yeah, I just realised my silly self. There we go. I've turned on the audio again. Because I usually mute it so that way I can just listen. We can just listen to music as the stream loads in, but I forgot to unmute it. So. Obviously, it is early pickings. This is... Oh, and just like that, Cole has already gotten now 2 looms. But I would like to see in the chat, obviously we have Cole versus Zykino. Please type G in the chat if you think that Zykino is going to win, and type R in the chat if you think Cole is going to win. I'm interested to see what everyone thinks. Because I can't remember what their matches went like as a result of, well, just me not having a very good memory sometimes. But, yeah, so it seems to be going okay. Cole already having 3 furnaces, whilst Zykino only has 2, but he also has a lot more, like, he actually has the ability to make, like, weapons and such. Something tells me he's probably going to go for a archer kit first. A lot of these guys seem to like building a lot of archer kits, which is completely understandable. Having ranged units can rain down hell if your opponent doesn't know how to deal with them, which is a lot of fun. You call green. So 2 people are saying Cole. Zykino has a cooler name, so I vote him. So that's 1 person voting Zykino, 2 people voting Cole. Oh no, wait, that's my bad. I just realised calling green. So that's 2 people voting Zykino, 1 person voting Cole. So it seems like the group is... Well, the only people who voiced their opinions seem to be going for Zykino right now. Which, I mean, yeah, Zykino is a lot cooler name than Cole. Preparation before war. Faster is better. I think Blue's got this in the bag. Yeah, fam, I have this. Just to let you know, usually I'm green, to be fair. Just to let you know, I have never in my life won a game in my own tournament. Like, I have played in my own Ooh, actually, that's interesting. Cole's already got an altar. Now, the question is he going to go for rapid expansion, or is he just going to stockpile lots of capture wards? Because in the past, we have seen that to be a fairly decent strategy. Can't remember his name. It was the first person. It was one of the first people who played. Cousin. What he did was extremely amazing. What he did was like he made just crap tons of capture wards, like 5 or 6, and then just immediately captured all 5 and 6 shards around him, surrounded them all with bricks so no one could destroy them, and then suddenly he was like miles in the lead, and then he finally won with a rather interesting strat I have not seen. Zykino is seemingly going for a bit of a spy, see what's going on. I don't know why. I mean, that's technically setting him back a bit, because he can't see. Unless, of course, he's just heading over there for some reason. Don't know why. What's he going to do? He's just... Okay, he's just... Okay. Oh, I think he's trying to distract their workers. So he's spending 1 worker to try and distract 2 workers. Which is smart. Alright, maybe he's going to destroy this, is he? Let's have a look and see what's going on. Yep, he's going to destroy it. If I can't have wards, you can't have wards. But the question is, who's gonna die first? That capture ward or this worker? It seems to be the capture ward that's gonna die first. Yes, the Archer army. He's talking about the match earlier. Yeah, with the Archer army, the first match in the quarterfinal that took place was quite painful. Like, it was, like, not painful in the sense of, oh, that was a terrible match. Painful in the sense of, it was so bizarre. Like, you'd see things getting destroyed, and it's like, if that happened to me, I'd be crushed. And that's why capture wards only is worth it if you're defending it. Yeah. A lot of people seem to be building, like, the cube around it, which works wonders. Except, surprisingly, the only thing it's weak to is alchemists, which is understandable, and workers. Like, knights can't destroy it. You got a worker army. Yes, the worker army. He rises up again. But yeah, like, it's just it's so weird. It's like, for example, the one thing that can stop progress is a worker and something that explodes shit. It's like, what? That doesn't make sense. Anyways, if you've just joined us here on the stream, welcome. We are currently streaming the last of the quarterfinal matches between Zykino and Cole. The general consensus is that Zykino will win. However, we've only ever really had 3 responses. Wow, yeah. Was that against me with Piggybox? Yeah, I think it was, yeah. And that's why capture wards are only worth it when they're defended, yeah. So, the workers, 4 of them running all the way over here. There's my dead brethren. See? Just you wait. No one will be paying any attention. I'll just take everyone. But yeah, if you just joined us, welcome. Like I said, this is the last match of the quarterfinals, and then next weekend will be the semi-finals and the final for the winners section. And then the weekend after that, hopefully, if we can get everything sorted, it might take a couple of weeks. Hopefully not. We will be experiencing the actual final, whereby it will be the winners, whereby it will be the winner of the losers bracket and the winner of the winners bracket, facing off against each other, head to head. And the winner, I should mention, if you aren't aware, there is actually a prize to this. The winner will be gifted official Sauropod Studio merchandise, courtesy of Chatterjean promising me of doing so. So Chatterjean and I discussed this tournament, and I was like, what prizes could we get? And he said, oh, well, if you want, we could possibly give some free Castle Story merch away to the winner. So that's what's going to happen. If you win the Castle Story tournament, you get free Castle Story merch. I'm not quite sure what it is yet. It might be a t-shirt, might be a plush. I don't know. The only way to find out is by asking Chatterjean, and I'm going to ask him at some point in the future. In fact, I might ask him now and just be like, hey. Actually, no, he won't be at his office right now. But yeah, so that's what's going to happen. So Archer kits are being made, Knight kits are being made. Pumbaa is readying himself for war. I don't remember this in The Lion King, but whatever floats your boat. So I feel like Zykino was actually a smart choice. A lot of people are agreeing that Zykino will win, and he does seem to have some plan ahead for himself. The only problem he has is the fact that he doesn't actually have the spawn win so far. Like, if he captures a ward or 2, then he'll be gaining the advantage in terms of spawns, but right now he does not. He does have the advantage in kits though. Like, there is no denying that. Cole does not have any kits. Doesn't even have the racks for kits. But trust me, we've seen this in the past. People haven't had kits for ages and they've still won. Are there damage stats on the units in the game? There's not really. I mean, the only damage stats you kind of have is based on how much damage you see. So for example, let's go with like damages on a 1 to 5 scale. Let's go with that. Knights and halberdiers deal about 5 on the I think it's 5 on the damage scale. Arbalists deal 4. Archers deal 3. Archers deal like 2, I'm gonna say. Alchemists deal 3. And artificers deal 1. Like, they really do not deal a lot of damage. However, most of the time they don't miss. if Zykino attacked now, he would have an advantage. He would absolutely have an advantage. But at the same time, you gotta remember, this is from a bird's eye view where we can see both bases. We can see everything that is currently happening. Zykino cannot see if Cole has any like kits or anything, so you can't see like, oh, Cole might be armed to the teeth in terms of like warrior kits and archer kits, this, that, and the other, and he has no idea whether that is true right now. For all he knows, Cole is like armored and ready to rumble, but you can't know. Yeah, fog of war, exactly. Like, he physically can't see. However, he does know that structures are being built right now. The problem is he's building a wall so that should he get attacked from one direction, they can't stop it. They are stopped. There's nothing stopping them from just walking around right now. I'm assuming he's probably planning something, but we'll have to wait and see. Right, let's have a look. So like, right, okay. So here we go. Zykino seems to be just making more archer kits, probably focusing on making up a max of 40 of each. I'm wondering what he's planning on putting here though, because unless he's planning on making 8 archer kits, there's going to be another one there, and I'm not sure which he's planning to go for. Personally, I think I was actually quite intrigued. The bird time view made me think if spectators were birds, just swoop down and take out a Bricktron by stabbing him in the eye. You see, oh, things are gonna happen. Things are happening. Interestingly enough, we saw an alchemist for the first time in the game the other day. I can't remember which match it was, but it was like, I think it was like match 8 of the first round, or like second match. No, it wouldn't have been second match of the quarterfinals. I think it was match 8 of the first round. We saw an alchemist for the first time. We have rarely ever seen alchemists in this game mode. A lot of archers, yes. A lot of knights, yes. A lot of halberdiers, yes. Occasionally artificers, occasionally arbalists, but you never see alchemists. Which is unfortunate. I think there should be... it's a shame that that is the case. It's like the problem is they've designed units that are good, but only in certain situations. Like the good thing with artificers is they can kind of switch to be useful in most situations. It's just you don't need them. They're good if you need like actual health, but they need so much protection in order to actually be useful that you'll probably lose them by the time they actually get to be useful. Archers, you can literally spam like 700 archers and be perfectly alright. Like, I have seen it happen so many times this tournament. It's insane. Could probably do with a balance patch. Knights have their uses. They gets killed surprisingly quickly if the enemy team is spamming archers, which sucks, but what are you gonna do? And I think that's it, because Cole didn't make any kits. We're almost 20 minutes into the match. You made one of that it was probably you I'm thinking of then. But yeah, like, they're rarely ever made. The problem is like, alchemists are only good if they build walls, and for some reason no one ever builds walls in this. Like, walls are very much a rarity. Like, they're only ever built if... Yeah, he's getting absolutely demolished, yes. But like, they're only ever built under the circumstance that the person in question is like being attacked. So like, if they get attacked and attacked and attacked, then they're going to be like, right, well, I'm going to set up a wall, and that's the only time walls are ever built. Other than that, nope, nothing ever. So I say, personally, I would pull out of there. Zykino, for some reason, not putting his units into defensive mode. Had he put them into defensive mode, they would have been fine. I don't know why people keep on doing quick rushes. More at the point, I'm kind of annoyed at the fact that a lot of people don't seem to know the basics of the game. Like, all he needs to do is put them into defensive mode, and the ranged attacks will just start chipping away at their stamina as opposed to their actual health. But for some reason, they aren't doing anything about that. Like, they aren't acknowledging that that's what they have to do in order to remedy it. They're just forgetting about it. that unit will be dead pretty soon. Unless he's just running all the way back home. Seemingly he is. And so is this unit. Don't know what's taking place here. Mali is getting sent home. Pumbaa is still just destroying everything in sight. Which is rather rude. Did you read? I made an alchemist in my game and I lasted like 1 minute. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I read that you made an alchemist, but I didn't read the whole lasted for 1 minute thing. Oh, there seems to be more taking place up here. Did the units over here die? There's an archer heading back. I guess the knight must have died. Yeah, the knight died. So Cole still has a chance. Cole still with a chance. Those sentinel wards saved his life. Smart choice placing them. Cole still actually has technically the lead. I don't know why Zykino's going for the rush still. I would have backed out. Like, now is a good time to back out and kind of keep your distance. Unintentionally scrolling out and zooming out is not what it... Yeah. Who has... Yeah, like, Cole has so much iron. He just hasn't done anything with it. I think that was a truck or something going past. That's why you heard the vibration. But, like, for example, there is... The only thing stopping Cole right now is the fact that he hasn't built a forge. And I don't know why he hasn't built a forge. The forge is right here. He just needs wood. He hasn't actually... Oh, there we go. He's got wood on the way. That was the only thing stopping him. He should be good. He should be good now. Provided, of course... Oh, that tree went to space. Bye logs. But yeah, so provided that Cole can actually set up weapon racks before that knight gets here, you should be okay. Where's he planning on putting weapon racks, I wonder? Because I personally wouldn't put them right in view of everything. Because if you put them in view of everything, they're going to be damaged and they're going to die very quickly. Knight just waiting here. I'm assuming he's waiting for his health to regen. Which is doing so very, very slowly. Zykino casually chilling out, just getting work done. He's building more knight kits and such. Has not yet actually gathered any more iron. Which is interesting. He's building a laboratory, presumably to build an alchemist. And he's also building an altar. Obviously to do capture wards. Oh. And, yep, it seems like Zykino is mainly just going constantly on the attack. But the thing is, regardless of how many of these capture wards he actually destroys, Cole is still winning. In terms of unit, like, abilities. Like, yes, he doesn't actually have any kits made. In fact, they seem to be on their way now. But he does, in fact, have, at least, he does have a spawn rate win. And that's a very smart choice by Cole, sending a unit behind Grip in order to attack him from behind where his defenses aren't actually active. If you aren't aware, if it's only, like, for example, there, I'm looking down on him, only in the first quarter, like the first half, like the front half of any unit is actually defended by the blue, whereas in front of any knight is defended by the blue. However, if you're attacking from behind, they only have red health. So if you for example swarm a knight unit, then they're dead because of the fact that you're attacking them from behind as well as the front. So they're attacking people on the front, and no matter which way they turn, they will always be being attacked directly to the health and not into the defenses. Or the stamina, as it's called. Also, key thing to note, something that I feel is really, really buggy with Castle Story. I know, something buggy with Castle Story, that's crazy. So the Earth is flat, yes, the Earth is entirely flat. But yeah, something you may notice is, in Castle Story, for some strange reason, if you, like, should you decide, you know what, I'm going to, let me think of an example. Should you decide, you know what, I'm gonna swing my sword. That person you swing the sword at could be miles away, and they will still take the damage for you swinging that sword. Like, basically the second, rather than there being active frames on the attack, like where the attack actually hits, there is just, like, the startup frame. Once it's swung, that's it. The thing it's swinging at will be attacked. So, like, for example, the amount of times I've been in a situation where the Biftron has started swinging, I've told someone to run, they're like a mile away and they still get hit and die, is ridiculous. It happens all the time. But yeah, so interestingly, Zykino opting to build a quarry as opposed to anything interesting, because usually, like, I've seen it quite a few times that people end up building like tunnel systems underneath the ground, so as to allow for anything to be built up top, whilst also building a lot of stuff underground. That's what I've seen, at least. And it's interesting to see the opposite happening. Right, let me have a quick look at some things. If you are just joining us here on the stream, we are currently streaming the final match of Castle Story Conquest Tournament, quarterfinals at least, because because I don't want to say, oh, it's the final match, when it's not the final match, it's only the Conquest final match. It's only the quarterfinal final match. Next week will be the semi-finals and also the final, ideally on the next day, so hopefully we can get both the quarterfinal matches done on Saturday and the final match done on Sunday. That's the ideal. That's the hope, at least. For some reason, I don't think Zykino's aware of the fact that there is currently an archer just stood here with a kit on, and he could be putting it away. There we go. He's done it. As if by magic, he decides, hang on a minute. I gotta make sure I'm careful, because sometimes I end up like getting into a comfy position and unintentionally pulling out the wire connected to my microphone, so I end up not being able to talk. Why is he kitting up? What's his intent? I think Zykino's just going for a kind of hassle until dead approach, where he just constantly sends over units just to hassle and hassle and hassle away. Will you do a co-op type of tournament? I have no intent of doing so, but I could see if I could set one up. The only problem with that, of course, being when it comes to co-op tournaments, there is a limit in the lobby. So, like, you can only ever have 4 players in a lobby at once, to my knowledge at least. So even if I were to host a co-op tournament, I wouldn't be able to stream it or anything like that, because of the fact that I would have to be a co-op partner of someone, automatically putting them at a disadvantage, which makes it kind of impossible, which sucks. But in future, when spectator mode is added as an extra person, I'll be able to do that, no problem. But it just depends how many people are wanting it. Well, what we could do is we could see if we could get like a group of like streamers together. Because what we could do is if we get like maybe 8 to 16, if we could get like 8 streamers together, like the 8 of the biggest Castle Story streamers, and what we could do is we could just have all of them be in a stream together, and when they're in the stream, like they'll all do their own stream and they'll all play Invasion, and they'll all count down. They'll be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. And the second the stream starts, the second the invasion starts, everyone presses start at the same time, and then that's it. They all start on the same difficulty, all do this, that, and the other, and basically it's just to see who can do better. You in Team B and the others on Team A. I don't think I'm that skilled, to be honest. Actually, to be fair, Krieger and I actually decided, I think it was Krieger. No, it wouldn't have been, I don't think it was Krieger, I can't remember for the life of me who it was. I'm going to check that actually now. Because because there was an exceptionally good survival game I was in, where I was playing Invasion with this lad. I just decided, hey, do you want... Like, he asked, hey, you want to play co-op Invasion? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I've never done it before. And we lasted ages. Like, 3 times in a row I thought we were going to die, and we only died on the last one. Let me have a look. I know what the video is called, so I can have a look. Also, if any of you find any funny moments in this, please don't be afraid to clip. All of the clips that are made that people find funny, I will be adding into a like stream highlights video that I will then post onto YouTube. I've only done one of them so far because I just haven't clipped any of the funny moments because I've been like, ah, well, that was good, and then forgotten there was a funny moment and the video's been gone. Oh, it was Madman, that was it. Hi, Madman. We played together. We had an exceptional run. Right, anyways, let's return to hell. Breaking out upon Earth. He has not used his oh yeah, he is using alt. He's set up a sentinel ward. He has actually started building a door, like a barrier here, presumably so he can defend off all these sections. And does seem to be sending out an army. And once again, Cole is capturing this ward to his left, and once again, Zykino is about to go and say no. See, at night time, this is just awesome to look at. The problem is that's blinding. That is blinding. That is terrifying. Well, not terrifying. It's just I like my sight. I like my sight too much to let that happen to me. So, are people still thinking Zykino is going to win, or have people's opinions changed since then? Smart choice. Cole has in fact put himself into assault, like defensive mode. However, he isn't actually attacking, so as a result, he's just going to die. I think that's the point. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, these are all in defensive mode as well, thank God. If Zykino doesn't kill all his units now, he will win. He seems to have a lot more of a strategy going on. Like, he's got units... He's got all his units, all his warriors in defensive mode, so they absorb fire. And when they take too much fire, he changes them from defensive mode and makes them run. Which is a very smart way of looking at it. Does seem like he's opting to, instead of running in blindly, he's actually waiting behind, just destroying some stuff. Admittedly, this can just be remade, but it's still going to set him back a bit. I wouldn't have done that. No, that's a dead warrior. Dead warrior, yep. It's kind of the thing is there's no weapon stance equals no weapons. Exactly, that's. Well, the thing is, no weapon stands means that, interestingly enough, that's actually kind of a cheeky way of looking at it. I just realised. Let's say all of the units are wearing weapon kits. If you then destroy all the weapon stands, they have no way of taking off the weapon kits to then build more stands. So then you end up in a situation where he's going to have to sacrifice a unit so you can actually have them spawn back so you can make weapon stands. That's really odd. I've only just thought of that. So he's just hassling right now. He has so much iron that hasn't been smelted yet. I don't know why. think they're trying to break through so they can just snipe away at it from a distance. So much. I know. I think what Zykino is attempting to do is, if he shoots through the looms, he can then attack the this home crystal, which will allow him to take care of the crystal from a distance, as opposed to just sort of waiting it out and running in and taking damage from these. Although, as a smart person Cole has decided to set up a sentinel ward in order to draw out the attacks and force a decision to be made by Zykino whether he wants to stay here or wait until he's got a bigger army. To which Zykino says, no, I'm just going to stay here and do my thing. And now all hell is breaking loose. Here come the just workers. You don't mess with the workers, man. The workers mess with you. That's a dead artificer. If ever I saw one. Walk, my boy, walk! Walk! Run, run, my child, run! And I gotta find it somewhat ironic when they're holding out a staff that heals people and like basically punching people in the face. I really feel like certain characters should have different attacks, like melee attacks. Like for example, the Arbalists, instead of having a punch, they actually kick. Like they do a kind of a round kick. Obviously warriors hit with their sword. I feel like artificers should just like move their staff and jab them with it. And just do that over and over and over again. I also think it'd be a lot more interesting if certain units had like multiple abilities. So for example, artificers, what they could do is you could press like, I don't know, like C to make it so they basically like clock their one unit on the head that could be chasing them down, so they could turn around, clock the unit on their head to like daze them. So they could just be like they could be stunned in place for like 5 seconds, and then that in the meantime the artificer could be running back to his army and stuff like that. Sorry, got to go. Share the results on Discord. Bye. Okay, I'll make sure to do that. Okay, see you, man. Thank you for the attempted donation. I appreciate it, man. If you are joining us just now, I would like to let you know this is the last quarterfinal match that is taking place between Zykino and Cole3050. The past 3 matches are as follows. I'll just quickly explain the results. Or actually, you know what? I won't explain the results. If you want to know the results, they will be shown at the end of this. Or on the other side, you could just watch the actual fights that take place. Alright, let's change some music. What's the next song to come up? That's a good song. I could live with that song. So I think Zykino has opted to actually go home and just sort of relax, which is just not a bad idea. Last thing you want to do is end up being stupid oh Jesus, that cloud is big. Wow. I don't know why that's terrifying. Like, I've got like kind of a weird phobia, that type of shit. Like, you know when things are that big that just like it looked like you're stood there, you're like minuscule by comparison. Just looking at that is terrifying. Like looking at them in the distance, okay, that's not a problem, but then looking at that, like something that's bigger than the island itself, that is terrifying to me. I was trying to look for the moon. The worst part is I can't look for the moon because Okay, we're almost back to daylight. I'm quite the way away from the map. We're almost back to daylight. Cole is still recovering. He hasn't really... Actually, I just realised he didn't really lose anything other than his weapon racks. He is creating a night kit, however. But he still needs to create another weapon rack to... Oh, no, he's moved the weapon racks back. That's a very smart decision. Very understandable. He's actually opted to defend this this shard more due to the fact that it's constantly captured all of the time. Zykino opting to make 3 more of these, building a pylon. I'm not sure why. Maybe he's planning on building a pylon from here to place more sentinel wards. Not sure, but he's going in for another attack. Cole needs to get making lots of kits. Absolutely, he does. Here we go again. He needs to get a bomb guy to take care of the sentinel wards. Yeah, he's that's the thing. He's currently working on a lab. Last time I checked, yeah, he's got a lab. He just needs to make more iron ingots, and then he'll have that made. He'll have that being made. Because right now, I think he's only planning on. His only real plan of attack is just to hassle. Because if he can hassle away at the characters, if he can hassle away at his opponent, then the opponent's too busy focusing on one thing as opposed to the other thing. That's a very damaging barrage. Just attacked him. Send them in defensive mode, defensive mode, defensive mode. Okay, no, maybe not. There we go. Now he's defensive mode. It's a bit late for that, mate. You know. He's trying his best to stop Cole from having any form of advantage. Marley is about to be lost, and he's gone. Oh, he's just gotten kicked off a like. I love it when they fall. Don't know why, it's so dramatic. I just wish there was more like kind of realistic physics. Like for example, when they get punched, they just do flips. I'd rather like a full on like, you know, like they look like they've just been punched in the stomach and launched. It'd be really interesting to see, like, so, like, if for example, if like, for example, a Biftron or Explosion launched your Bictron, if it launched them into the wall and it did more damage, that'd be quite interesting. So, like, it'll sort of suggest maybe you should have smaller, you should still have open areas, but they should be more open, so that way if something explodes, it won't do as much damage to your Brictrons if they get launched into a wall. There we go. I'm surprised he hasn't decided to destroy this shard, because you can't destroy shards. If he asked them to destroy the shard, then he wouldn't have to worry about Cole constantly recapturing it. Instead, he'd just have to worry about actually destroying it. So Cole is, as you can see, he's making a very, very big quarry. I don't know why he's making a huge quarry, he just is. But yeah, I would, if I really wanted them to stop air capturing, I would have destroyed this. But it doesn't seem like Zykino's aware of the fact that you can actually destroy shards. You can destroy, like for example, you can destroy crystals and shards. But I think he only thinks you can destroy crystals. It just slowly becomes more and more blinding. Don't know why it's like that when the sun's on its way up pretty soon. Oh, Jesus Christ. Big cloud, big cloud. Forgot about big cloud. Sun's going to be coming up very, very shortly. Let's have a look at this battle. Battle taking place during sunset and sunrise. So what they're doing seemingly is just running up, harassing the they're using the startup time. That's actually pretty smart. They're using the startup time of the of the Sentinel wards in an attempt to take down, because they can do more damage whilst they're like attacking it once, like for example like there. And yeah. Where are Cole's units? Cole's units have gone. Unless he's sent them over here. Yeah, he sent them over here. That explains it. I think Cole is going for a rush tactic. He's going to try and take care of the crystal. But the problem is he has left his home crystal open. That's actually... this is getting really, really tense. I just realised, because now, obviously, Zykino is going to have to take care of 4 of these Sentinel wards, whilst over at his base, there's currently attacking going on, and it's very nerve-wracking. Oh, that's a very smart choice. That was very, very smart. Just before he died, he took off the night kit so he could have another night. Now the question is, because this isn't even come down to fighting anymore, this is just who can do what. It seems like Zykino might be in for the win, provided of course that he can't destroy that home crystal before anything happens. Right. Good dramatic music come down. I think Zykino's in with the win. Nope, there is a unit currently dealing with problems. Right, so Zykino is currently capturing Cole. And unless someone else spawns... Yep, I think that's Zykino's win. GG Zykino, we have our victor. Everyone said Zykino, you were right. Congratulations. You were the victor. Right. Well, let's actually go and type that up. Right. Right, so we'll quickly load up the right thing. There it is. There we go. Right, let's quickly load up display capture. There you go. Now you can see the tournament. These are the winners so far. So Elborak will be against Zykino. And Zykino got the win. Right, so I'll quickly show you the losers bracket as well. GG lads, you've done very well to get to this point in the end, in the first place. Zykino. So Zykino. Hang on, am I missing someone? No, I'm not missing someone. 21, 22, 23. So 21, 22, 23. And then... there shouldn't be a 24, because 24 is how many players are in the match right now. So, Lucky 22 has just gotten a free pass to delete, is that clear cell? I just realised Lucky 22 has just gotten a free track to the sort of what he's currently got basically. So, right, okay, so Zykino, your losers match will be against... oh no, why did I put Zykino in there? It's not Zykino who lost, it was... I just realised. It's like, it was... Cole3050. So Cole3050, you are against Bo Moon in the losers bracket. As of this week, I know, you're not winner and loser. Right, so Zykino, you're going to be against Elborak. If you've ever... Zykino, I'm gonna tell you this now. If you've ever seen... if you haven't heard of Elborak, now is probably the time to look up Elborak and see how he plays. And I will recommend this to any other players, because it's worthwhile just doing so. Just so you know your opponent. But yeah, so that's it. That's that. So very simply, I would like to thank you all for watching. My name has been Sir Dinger. Leave a follow if you want to keep up to date with future streams. Donate if you want to support the stream in any way. Any amount is appreciated. If you wish to buy me something off the wish list, the wish list is purely for things that I plan on, that I want to buy in order to improve the stream I'm doing. So if you want to be doing that, so in other words, if you want to buy me anything off the wish list, anything is appreciated, and I thank you dearly. Good day, and I'll see you next time.